Hello there everybody and welcome to another Gen 1 battle. Today we have a Smogon PU tier match. Yes, we are doing a Smogon tier for once. And it's against the TheGameDreamer that wanted to try out some sort of a ranking websites thing. So this is like a rank match. So he wanted me to tell you guys that it's a rank match. So there you go. Anyways, it's a PU match. The tier makes no sense because it has stuff like Pharaoh and Arcanine and Rapidash in the lowest tiers of all of them. As you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Smogon. Their tiers make absolutely no sense, so that's why I always prefer to play with our tiers. So anyways, lead fire versus fire. But I do have an Omanite, and Omanite is a hard counter to Rapidash. It can't do much against it, so I'm just gonna go into it straight away. Yeah. Such a magnificent Pokemon in the lowest tier of them all. I have no idea. But yeah, Fire Spin, it's not gonna miss, it's not gonna do anything because it's Omanite. And I'm like, okay, he might have a safe switch, he might stay in. We just have to switch out because you know how Fire Spin works in general. So we're gonna go back into Arcanine. And yeah, I was like, okay, let me think about my move, but then I accidentally pressed attack, and when you accidentally press attack, you just get trapped instantly, and I just forgot about that. So anyways, gonna keep switching between Omanite and Arcanine, gonna go back into Omanite, and then I'm gonna, okay, hopefully he will miss, but he doesn't. I'm like, okay. Me going back to Arcanine is getting a bit too obvious at this point, so I was like, okay, I could go into Dragonair, which also resists the fire, but I ended up going into Weezing, which ended up being good since Staryu tends to have Blizzard, and I mean Dragonair also has Thunderbolts, but it's whatever. So I'm gonna switch into Omanite. I was like, maybe he will predict the Thunderbolts and go into a ground type or something, and there you go. Apparently he does reveal his Graveler, which is, again, also insane to see that Smogon put something like Graveler in PU, but again, that's besides the point. We'll go for Blizzard just in case he switches out. Maybe we can score a dirty freeze, as what usually happens against us, but yeah. He will reveal his Magneton. I'm gonna send in Weezing. He's gonna double switch into his Staryu, and I'm like, I wanna explode. I really wanna explode. If I explode, I could get rid of either Staryu or an incoming threat, unless he switches into his Graveler, which can end up really bad. So I kinda wanna risk it, and risk is my second name, so I'm gonna do it. Explosion has been pressed. In comes the explosion, and that's awesome because it's gonna get rid of the Magneton. And Magneton, you guys have no idea how much of a threat it is in these lower tiers. Magneton with that decent special, I mean, it gets walled completely by ground types, but once those are out of the way, it can just destroy everything, you know. So we'll send in Dragonair, because you guys gotta get yourself a Dragonite, but since Dragonite is too strong for this tier, we gotta get ourselves a Dragonair. And we're gonna exchange some Thunder Waves here. And it's good to get this thing paralyzed, because it's a problem. He will get fully paralyzed, and my Thunderbolt is a 2-hit KO. I don't want anything to take a Blizzard, and I was like, let's just stay in since we're already paralyzed. And luckily we didn't get fully paralyzed, so we're gonna be able to get rid of the Staryu. So that's one water type out of the way. And now in comes Rapidash. I kinda wanna damage this thing and also paralyze it. And once this thing is paralyzed, it's less threatening, but not fully less threatening, since it does pack the agility most of the times. And I'm like, okay, I have to go into Omanite. I mean, Omanite, again, as I said, it's a hard counter to this guy. Especially if it's Omastar, but Omastar is UU, and Rapidash also deserves to be up there. I don't know why it's doing down there. I'm sorry, I keep repeating myself, but these tiers from Smogon make absolutely no sense. So I will go for Blizzard, predicting the switch. In comes Drowsy, and then I'm gonna send in Dragonair as he tried to go for Hypnosis. And I'm like, okay, I could try to paralyze this guy, I could try to freeze it with Blizzard. I went for Blizzard, because damage. And I could have hit the Graveler super effectively, but I got fully paralyzed, and he reveals the substitute. And that's no good at all, because once I get fully paralyzed, or I miss or something, this Graveler will be behind the substitute, and nobody wants to deal with that. Especially with that Stab Earthquake and those Stab Rock Slides. So he's gonna keep trying to go for the substitute as a Dragonair's being a man. He's not missing, and he's not being fully paralyzed, and hopefully, one more time Dragonair, one more time, please, and no. We got fully paralyzed and he's able to manage to get a substitute, but we survived, but then we missed. And unfortunately, because of that, he will be able to keep his substitute, and that's so heartbreaking. Omanite. Speed tie right there, but he will win it. And Omanite will be able to survive with a sliver, and luckily, he will be able to save us from that substitute. Again, it's a speed tie, but I don't want to risk it. I would predict him to go for it again. If he went for another move, it could have been bad, but yeah, Firo will save us from this, and he will take down the Graveler. And now in comes Sandslash. That's no good, because now we have another threat that will stop our Magneton, so I need to get as much damage as I can, because Magneton doesn't like ground types, and apparently he had two. So I will stay in and I will try to do as much damage as I can. Double Edge at that range, Hyper Beam should be able to finish him off, and yes, Firo for the win. What the heck are you doing in PU, man? Firo is a monster. Oh yeah, I would Double Edge. I didn't want it to Hyper Beam just in case, so we did damage the Rapidash. I could go into Omanite, but I was like, I just went into Magnet. I should have went into Omanite. But I didn't know if I was still faster even after paralysis, because Rapidash is really fast. So we didn't get paralyzed with the Body Slam. Another Thunderbolt will finish off the Rapidash. And the last Pokemon of Dreamer is the Drowsy. And I opted to paralyze it, as he's gonna go for Hypnosis. And yeah, maybe I could have switched into Omanite as a Sleep Fodder, but you never know these days. Maybe he will, like, I don't know, just go for the attack straight away. We woke up, he's gonna go for Psychic. Unfortunate special drop, that means we have to rest up, recover all that HP, and then we're gonna switch into Omanite as a Death Fodder, and then send in Arcanine and try to finish off the Drowsy with him. So yeah, I was like, Fire Blast or Body Slam? Choices. We missed, he misses. Fire Blast, I was like, Fire Blast Stab, it's fine. Hypnosis misses, Miracle, and Hyper Beam for the win. GG Dreamer, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you.